Well, hello, this is Old Man Tony here again. I hope you're all well. Well, I better put out a video just to remind you that I'm still here. I haven't been very prolific lately, but it's given you a chance to catch up on all your video watching. Me not being a proper biker, I'm just nipping out on my bike. First time in a week or so. I think it's more than a week. Yeah, it's definitely 2 weeks. Just going out a few miles down the road for a coffee. So I think that makes me one of those coffee shop motorcyclists, as people say. Not a proper biker. Just get on the bike and go to the coffee shop. Well, that's what I'm doing today anyway. I haven't had any long trips lately, so I guess that's what kind of biker I am. Bit of rain in the air, but anyway, I'm just happy to be out on the bike. And the main reason I haven't been out on the bike lately is that I had a little bit of an innocent accident. I was building a bit of a shed to keep our push bikes in, our pedal cycles, I don't know what you call them in your part of the world, just because we don't use them very much, and they just take up a load of room in the garage. So I thought I'd build a little shed. I had some materials and I bought some materials. Well, anyway, I was put together a base for it. And I was just sliding into position, just pushing it into position on my hands and knees, and I heard a loud tearing, ripping sound, a sort of coming from my elbow area. And it turns out I've torn a bicep tendon, that sort of area. I don't think I've done my elbow any good either, because that aches a bit. So that was just over a week ago. And having been to the doctors and referred to the osteopaths, is that what you call the bone people? They tell me that probably on balance, at my age, 62 years old, that there's more chance of doing nerve damage and the risk is too high in repairing it. On balance, it's better to put up with a 10 to 20% loss in strength and probably the same in mobility, rather than risking loss of use of my arm altogether. But luckily it still works enough to ride a bike. I don't think I'll be entering MotoGP anytime soon, but at the moment I'm just waiting for a physiotherapy appointment so I can get my exercises and possibly prove the doctors wrong and get more of that strength and mobility back. We'll just have to see. Things will work in a different way. But anyway, I managed to carry on doing some building of the shed and other things, so it's not an awful loss. And luckily, after the initial pain from the rip, things haven't been too bad. Just had a few aches and pains in the other muscles that I've been using to compensate for the loss of the one. My elbow joint aches a bit today, but I was humping around some bags of feed for the chickens, so my own fault. So back to being not a proper biker, just going to the coffee shop. And this cafe is probably 20 minutes away from my house, so it's not far. So what's your definition of a proper biker? Perhaps you'd like to leave it in the comments below. I don't like to put things in categories, but hearing from other people, they always belittle the guys that just take their bike to the coffee shop and not the ones who go for big rides. Anyway, I'll be interested to hear your opinion on that. I always call myself a biker, but I don't wear a cut. I don't ride a Harley. And I often go on little short trips on the bike. So let me know what you think. I'll be interested to see. So this has been Old Man Tony. Goodbye.